What is up, you guys? It is your boy John here from Puma Plow playing some more Farming Simulator 22. We're back on the French map. Let's get to it. Hello? This thing on? Farmer Nick's here. Howdy. Good afternoon. Only missed it by a couple minutes, you know? I was sitting here watching Matt scrolling TikTok and, well, I don't want to say I lost track of time, but I may have lost track of time. Okay. My apologies. But howdy. Farmer Nick, did you even notice something when you joined the server? Actually, I've got a mod that you had to download, or maybe you already had. We'll be messing with that momentarily, yeah. Because we have some plowing to do today, y'all. We got some plowing to do today. Very exciting, I know. Very, very, very exciting. Very. You may already have it. Both, Farmer Nick. I still cannot find the server. The server is not. It's not working for me. And I'm very sad. I'm the only one out of like all of us that cannot find the server. And I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know what's up. I'm either going to have to submit a ticket with Very Games, try to get some help from them, which I don't know if there's anything they can do. Or I'm going to have to like just buy a different server, because I can see our open server. I can see the crossplay server. No, I know, right? Matt, welcome in. Thanks for the host. Raid. I'm a bad streamer. Raid. Howdy. Welcome in, everybody, from the Grand Arcade. Hope you all are having a good Saturday. Hope everything's running well for you. Black Cat's here. Hi, Black Cat. Matt, how many trees have you cut down? I need to know total on that map. I need to know. A lot. And leaderboards. That's, you were talking about like having records. Leaderboards. Farm Sim needs leaderboards. I'm jumping on this bandwagon, Matt. I am. I'm missing a... I did not make this item. Dan, good afternoon. How's it going? Hey, you know what? El Diablo, you're not wrong. It is. Unless he's trying to go for like Shredder. Probably what he's trying to go for. He's trying to misspell it. On purpose, you know? He's trying to misspell it. Black Cat, thanks for the bits, by the way. Appreciate it. I did literally just start. I was a few minutes late. But how's it going? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Dan, you're doing okay. I'm doing well. I had a good morning. I made myself some delicious egg burritos for breakfast. They're yummy. Just saying, they were yummy. Yeah, that's probably what he's going for. He's actually misspelled it on purpose. We're gonna go with that anyway, El Diablo, okay? We'll just say that Carson knows how to spell it. He did it on purpose. I just got home from work, perfect timing. Well, I got 10 hours of farming ahead of me today. So, y'all ready to get to it? We should probably just pitter patter. We got to get some subsoilers. We got to help Farmer Nick out. Yeah. Mr. Burt and Sam, hello. How are you guys doing? Let's get to the farming, guys. Let's go.
Plow
Hello.
Corporation is an American video game in Washington.
Oh.
Hello.
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 Didn't mean to interrupt.
Hey, there's not two of you.
Hey, leaderboards, Matt.
Yeah.
Leaderboards. Farm Sim needs leaderboards.
Yes.
I don't know about ours because you'd have people like Trent that just leave their game open.
Right.
I don't leave my game open. I am not Tony.
Wait, Bert, did I say anything bad last night? Mr. Bert had a few too many. Mr. Bert, you told me that you were gonna donate $1,000 today, so you better pay up, buddy. I'm just playing.
There's video proof of this.
Sleepy Glass, you bought a PC. Congrats. Congrats on that.
And 353 trees, John, so far.
353. 350. Did I just say 350 tree?
Yep.
Yep.
350 trees.
Yeah, Bert, you said you were going to invest in Puma Plow with a 0% chance of return and no interest. So it's more of a gift. Ouch. Dang. Oh, Bert, you didn't say anything. You didn't say anything out of line, sir. All right. Farmer Nick, you want to head to the shop with that tiny subsoiler? All right, I guess you can just pitch it.
I was gonna switch tractors.
Nah, that's fine. Whatever. You want this one? I know you like this one.
It don't matter.
All right. I don't really care either. So, chat, I cannot find our server. This is a real problem, okay? So I'm self-hosting right now because I can't find the server. And I know, like, there's probably two solutions, right? One is to submit a ticket with Very Games and see what they have to say, which they're just going to be like, yeah, you're dumb. You know, search your server, you're dumb. The other one is just to, like, get a different server, because I can see the crossplay server. I can't see the other server. So I don't really know what to do with that, you know? Farmer Nick, I'm not going to get you a pink and green one, okay? You want a pink and green one?
Sure.
All right, bet. So for any of the regulars that joined or want to join or whatever, it's the regular, all the information is the same. It's just I'm self-hosting today and not, you know.
Hey, Farmer Nick told me his ping in. I'm good.
How bad's your ping, Farmer Nick?
I'm running 60s. So that's twice what I normally run.
Yeah. So it's a bit unfortunate. But like Carson and I, we were working on it last night for a while and just couldn't get it to come around where I can see the server. So I guess that's a after stream tonight job, is to get that fixed. Oh, this actually puts the plow texture down too, Farmer Nick, not a cultivated or like a. Oh, and you have that to deal with too, don't you? Be a long day of farming without an actual server, but that's okay.
It could be worse.
We'll deal with it.
I'm gonna go grab some lunch and I will return.
All right, enjoy. Catch you.
Sounds like a good idea.
Sounds like a plan. To what?
Go get lunch.
No, in chat it said to what? I'm confused. Doesn't take a lot to confuse me though, chat, you know? Just throwing that out there.
And this thing flies.
Yeah, 11's pretty good. I'm going 11. How fast are you going?
10, 11.
Okay.
Bounce back and forth.
This is technically it shows up in the subsoiler category on, it shows up in the subsoiler category on the mod hub, but I'd call it a ripper personally, but then in the game it shows up under plows. So I don't know.
I think that's what it did in 19 too.
Wait, did the drummer for the Foo? Wait, did he die?
I think so, Matt. I think Matt was saying something about that this morning.
Did he really?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's like kind of sad. I wonder what got him. Is he not that? I mean, he has died. The band says. I'm looking at it on a news website. Huh. I did not know that. Dang. Oh, Friday. He was only 50 years old. Wow. Wow. Devin, hello. Jarhead, what's up? Jarhead's one, let me know. Blackhead says yes. Jarhead. Okay. I did not know that. I had not heard that. That's unfortunate. I love the Foo Fighters, man. They're great. I mean, let's throw it back a little bit. Obviously, it was kind of was, you know, Nirvana before Foo Fighters, of course. Great music. That kind of sucks. Not gonna lie.
Music of your childhood, right?
100%.
I know it's the same for me.
I've got a couple of my brothers. First time's one of them who was really, really, really into Nirvana back in the day. And so, like, if there was music on in my house that was put on by him, it was Nirvana. And then later on, it was the Foo Fighters. Still a lot of Nirvana. Like, he always listening to Nirvana, you know? So, that's crazy. That's very unfortunate. He will be definitely missed. Wow. I had no idea. Dang it, chat. Why y'all gotta tell me bad news on streaming? Gosh. Like the other day when my dad poked his head out here and goes, "Hey, your uncle's friend's dead." Well, thanks, Pop. Now I'm in a bad mood. Appreciate it. But it's all good. I'd rather know, especially with a celebrity, than not, you know? Just saying. That's unfortunate, though.
So do we want to fertilize all these fields that need plowed first, or just plow them?
We might as well just do our plowing because, well, we could have fertilized them first. It doesn't matter. But we've already done this one, so we might as well just keep going.
This one's already got its first stage done.
Well, look at that. You're right. Huh. Yeah, none of the rest of them do they?
Nope.
Now I got Foo Fighters in my head brain. Did I just say in my head brain? This plow is in the mod hub, Black Cat. It shows up under the subsoiler category. We'll let that go through. Yes. Like I said, it shows up under the subsoiler category. So yeah. But when you go in game, it shows up under the plow.
Did you just rotate your lines?
I'm just running a manual.
Alright.
End row. We can do this field. Kind of, it's one of those fields you can plow it like. You could farm this one either way. It doesn't matter, you know.
Right.
Articulated tractors, gotta love them. I don't know why I'm rocking the Versatile, but you know, it would take a tractor like this to run this thing in real life, depending on how deep you're going.
I don't know if that Versatile would actually really pull this in real life.
It might.
If you get really hard packed soil, I don't think you'd rip through it.
How many shank is this thing? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14. boy. Now these aren't super long.
True.
They're not like, they're not going that. They're good size, don't get me wrong, but.
And I guess there are farmers around me that use a 8-shanked ripper that they're going like 1.5 foot into the ground with a quad track, so
Yeah.
you'd be able to do it.
I mean, this thing has 665 horsepower, so.
Oh.
Yeah. You load them tires down with some fluid, you'd be good to go, right?
Yep.
Weight that baby down, let's go.
I think you use the pull type ones.
Yeah, Zach's family's got, I want to say it's a 9-shank, but it's like a deep ripper. It goes deep, right? And they only have a 435 quad, but it's all that tractor wants. They will stop that tractor on some spots.
Yeah.
I think they're 3-point hitch ones, like that one that you're using, but they have a bar.
Yeah, to make them tow
On
behind.
the drawbar.
Sure.
You remember that big Massey from FS19, right?
Probably, yeah.
I used to use one of those to chisel plow, and the chisel plow was literally just as wide as the tractor with all of his tools on.
Nice.
And it took everything that tractor had to pull it.
Thanks for that follow. Appreciate you. Welcome on in. How's it going? Yes, I'm plowing for literally 1 shank right here, chat. UPS didn't line up, so.
Was it?
Hashtag worth it, right?
Yep.
Gotta catch it all, you know. We can't just like do part of a field. If we're gonna do something, we're gonna do it right, you know. Yes, plows with lime green and pink shanks. Yep, that's what we're doing, chat.
I think you'd approve my new semi and ATS.
Oh gosh.
Lime green, pink, and lightest blue.
Nice. Fire Shadow, you did not hobble to the wheelchair and sit in it to make you some lunch? Well, I mean, it's got to feel good to be able to at least go, like, make yourself lunch, right? It's got to be pretty awesome.
No hospital food.
He hasn't been in the hospital in a while. He's been at home, but still. Yeah. So chat, you know how we were talking yesterday about the wind? The wind.
Yeah, it's crazy here again.
I was out here last night. Headphones were off. I'm literally about to go in my house. Like, I think I was on TikTok. Okay, shocker, right? And all of a sudden, the wind blew outside. There was a gust. I thought I was going to die. I was like, this is when my house falls over, or this tree that's next to me falls on my house and kills me. This is when it's going to happen. Dude, there was popping and creaking and...
Yeah, I was waiting for one of the trees that's right next to my computer room to fall down last night.
It was not a... Oh.
The winds are already like 2 miles an hour.
I lifted my plow too soon for me. Right?
I see that.
Yeah. What a noob.
It's like really windy outside and it's cold.
Yeah. So Fire, the question is, how's your lunch? That's the real question here, Fire. How's the lunch? And what'd you make? I need to know. I had some egg burritos. That was my breakfast, brunch, lunch. So yeah. And it's gonna be a good day because I cracked eggs and I didn't get any shell in them. You know?
Today's definitely gonna be a good day for you.
Because the other day I got shell in my bowl and I was like, it's gonna be a bad day.
Right.
Oh, it's still frozen. What? Foo Fighters in my head now. Chicken patty sandwiches. Dude, chicken patties are pretty lit. They're underrated.
Right? Throw them on the pizzazz.
Oh. I haven't done that yet.
That's how I cook my chicken patties when I get them.
Oh, I got some in the freezer too. Wonder how long that takes though.
I think I was putting them on for like 8 minutes maybe. I can't remember. It's been a while.
It's like that'd be a great little midstream, 3 o'clock break snack. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
What about the pizza rolls?
little chicken, a little chicken patty on a piece of bread with some mayonnaise, Miracle Whip, whatever you got.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
I might need to go get some more pizza. I'm getting hungry again.
Like, it is only 12:25. We cannot be sitting here talking about food already.
Right?
No
I
way.
mean, I might need to go get some.
Dang it. Order some pizza.
Or I'm about to order my pineapple and pepperoni again from Casey's.
No. No, no, no. Apparently I guess they're working a fire. There was a grass fire outside of a hospital here today. That was pretty, yeah.
That's scary.
The area where the hospital is, there's some, like, we'll call it extra land still.
Yeah.
That's just kind of like grass and stuff. And
around the hospital hasn't been fully developed yet.
yeah, they've earmarked it for hospital development at some point.
Yeah.
Not my hospital, not my, like, local one, but one of them in the county.
Just think it wouldn't take much. Hospital's got a lot of oxygen lines running through them.
That could be a problem, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it was anywhere near the actual
Oh.
hospitable.
That's good at least.
Dang, fire shadow, stop. Stop. That was good. Wait, Harley, you do the pineapple and pepperoni as well? Hello, by the way. Welcome in. Wait, so Harley has the BMW and it's pineapple and pepperoni pizza. Hey, yo. Devin, pineapple does belong on some pizzas, yes. Yes. Sure does. Sure does. What do you do if you get weeds after you sprayed herbicide? You shouldn't. You shouldn't get weeds after you... Well, let me rephrase that. Weeds spray after planting. If you spray after planting, you should not get any weeds. Does that make sense, John? You should not get any weeds. If you are still getting weeds, you can use a weeder or you can spray again. But all right, Bert, I see you.
Wait, you got that pizza on Thursday? How do you have some still?
Maybe he got a bunch. Maybe he got like 10 of them.
Yeah, when I placed my order, it was my last time I placed an order through Casey's. I also ordered a cheese pizza. Well, I meant to do it on lunch break, and I forgot about it, so I was doing it while I was trying to work.
Oh.
And well, I wanted to change it, so I got 2 pineapple and pepperoni pizzas. Wish I did that.
Gotcha.
So
Bert
you
got
just clicked on your like last order.
Bert
Yeah.
got 3 of them, by the way.
Oh, I thought I was got some still.
Ninja just downloaded the ATS demo. Nice. Some, but not a lot. You shouldn't be getting weeds though if you spray after planting. You should not.
Unless they're not using GPS or something, they're missing it every once in a while.
True, if you have skippers, yeah. That'd be the only way that you'll get weeds, is if you have skippers in your herbicide. Other than that, you shouldn't get weeds. That's kind of weird if you do, though, to be honest. Not gonna lie. Oh, yeah. Skippers. Like watch, chat. This is a skipper. See that? That's a skipper. Ambush Mom, hello. How are you doing today? Yeah, whenever you have a skip, it's called a skipper. It's an official farming term. Or something. Now I'm way behind. Look at me. And I messed up the nice straight rows. Oh, trigger. I left. Good morning. Are you awake today, Left? Or Left was so tired of TeamSpeak last night.
So was I.
I'm pretty sure he fell asleep while you guys were trucking, though.
Maybe.
I must remember you're okay. Just still waking up. I'm great.
That's why Milo didn't get delivered last night either.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. Shane and I were talking, and then Shane, left.
You went to lease the weeding. Yeah, we don't use weeders. We don't use them. Kimmy, hello. How are you? Or shouldn't you been using this plow? It's a humdinger. I haven't heard anybody use that in a sentence in a long time. A humdinger. I'm here for it, Tarshan. I'm here for it. Kimmy, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Having a great day. How is the taco casserole? So, what just flashed in my computer? I think my graphics
I don't know.
card
I
just.
saw that on.
No,
I
you
saw
didn't
that on
see that on
stream.
stream. No. Did you?
Something flashed.
Something over here to my right flashed. I don't know if it was one of my Philips bulbs that went crazy, or if it was something like the graphics card that has lights on it, or if it was that from the computer. I don't know, but something over here flashed and it caught my eye. Taco casserole has ground beef in it, and I can't eat beef right now, especially like ground beef. So I didn't eat any of it. I had a pizza.
I got a question for you about your taco casserole.
What's up?
Have you ever thought about putting chicken in it?
No, but I probably should. I should try that. Yeah.
I'm sure it'd be good.
Oh yeah, it'd be good. Backfill, good afternoon. Welcome in. Yeah, no, it would be good. For turkey. Yeah, I can. Don't hate me, chat. I can eat turkey bacon. We had some ground turkey, and it kind of had a little bit of that taste to it that kind of grosses me out. So I didn't really eat too much of that. I ate it like twice, and I was like, I just can't do any more of this, you know? So, yeah. The list of foods that I like enjoy right now. Left, thank you. Appreciate it. The list of foods that I enjoy right now is shrinking literally daily. Dairy Queen ice cream, can't have it. That one really stings too, by the way. That one really hurts. You don't like ground turkey, Kimmy? Love ground turkey. Used to. That used to be like a thing we would do all the time in my house. We'd get ground turkey and make like turkey burgers for dinner. Just ground turkey and a little bit of mayonnaise or something on bread. So I had COVID a while ago, and I blame it on COVID. My brother seems to think maybe I was bit by a tick and did not know that. But a lot of foods just taste awful to me. It's not a stomach issue per se. I'm not having any issues in the bathroom, we'll say. Okay, that's not the problem. It's just a lot of food smells and just tastes awful to me. But like Taco Bell is just fantastic still. Like I love Taco Bell, and I can eat like a Crunchwrap Supreme with like the beef in it. You know, I can eat Taco Bell's beef, which, well, I don't know what that says about that, you know, Taco Bell's beef, but like to go out and get, say, a burger from a fast food, nope, no thank you. So you're Tarsha, thank you for being very family friendly with your backside sneezes. Clear rooms. I've never heard somebody call it a backside sneeze. Hope they're not like as moist as a sneeze could be, because sorry. Kids has every Lyme disease. Yeah, because there's all kinds of stuff that like ticks. Actually, Casey has a half sister. Casey has a half sister. Sorry, Bert. Casey has a half sister who has one of the things from a tick. Like she got bit by a tick a couple years ago, and literally she will like violently vomit if she eats like a lot of food. And she's lost a ton of weight. So You had a friend that happened to also. She has a hard time with food. No, yeah. It's like a thing. I'm sorry, Kimmy. I did have to go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can tell you a story about that, about somebody I know, but I won't go there. I'll be nice to that person. Not tell you an embarrassing story. That was your dad if you ate too much? I got you, Bert. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I kind of dealt with it for a while, and then I was just realizing slowly, it's like, this smells terrible. Why am I eating it? Or this tastes awful. Why am I eating this? So it's I don't know. It's just who I am, you know, chat. It just is what it is. I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all, but yeah. You don't need to share. It's not about me. Nick, how'd you leave a skipper right in the middle of your plow?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. Hey, Kimmy, it's not about me. Thank goodness. We really need to fix these fields, okay?
Right.
It's starting to bother me now how like awful the edges of these fields are.
Oh, it's been bothering me for a hot minute now.
Well, we'll get our little Bob Ross hats on and we'll do some Bob Rossing later, okay?
Alright.
Alright. How did you leave that?
I have no idea.
Wait. Oh my god. It's a tiny bale of straw. It's a tiny bale that got pushed into the map. What?
How'd that stay there for that?
I don't know, but I got a tiny bale. Look out.
Man, see, I didn't even leave a skipper.
It looked like a skipper.
It kind of did.
What the heck? Well, there's a tiny bale if we need it. Habit, what's going on, man? How are you? In fairness, something like this plow would take a lot of horsepower IRL, so we're not just using ridiculous sized tractors for no reason. Okay, it would take a lot of horsepower in real life, so yeah.
When the ground gets hard, you'd probably see these two tractors spin a little bit even.
Yeah, oh yeah. Need tracks.
Well, you'd see those have slippage too.
Yeah, but not as much. Not as much.
Russell Maniacs just resubscribed for 3 months.
Russell Maniacs. I'm probably butchering that. Thanks for the resub for 3 months. How do I have subscribers for like 3 months that I still don't know how to say your name? Is that's just bad streamer, right? Bad streamer. That's what it is.
I think that's every streamer.
Yuleberry, hello. How are you? Yeah, but like, you know, I should probably, you know.
And some people's names are just hard to say.
Uh-huh. Was it Old Man Sam? Every time he comes in,
Yep.
it's the underscores, they get me every time.
Well, it doesn't help that we're starting to get a lot of people that have similar names in here now.
Yeah, because like Old Man Sam and Old Man.
Right.
And I'm like, wait, which one are you?
And then you have the man.
That's true, yeah, the man. Yeah, true. Gilberry, hope you're having a good day. Welcome in. Welcome on in. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry. I would hope by now that everybody knows that I'm a trained professional at being a bad streamer and butchering people's names. Trained professional. Just saying. I don't do it on purpose. Now, butchering farm sim map names, I do that on purpose. I definitely do that on purpose. Vigorous Bull, hello, how are you doing today? Like, you know, Hagenstarar. You know. I might butcher that one on purpose a little bit. Yes, I said porpoise. Chilling on Clemson Farm. It's like where you grew up, Hillberry. That's awesome. Well, that's pretty neat. We're just doing a little plowing. Whatever you want to call this. It counts as plowing. So therefore it's plowing. If it's gonna give it to us, then we're gonna. Is that another bale?
That's tree stump.
Oh, okay. In the field? How's that
the
a
edge
thing?
of the field.
Really?
Yeah.
Thought it was another bale thing. Oh goodness.
I was just sitting here like, wait, why am I just spinning out?
Has the millennial map been thrown in 22? Haven't I? Not that I'm aware of. I heard Welkers is coming, but I haven't seen anything about millennial.
It'd be nice if Walker's was a 4X.
Welkers should be. Is the wind still bad here? Yes. Yes. It is very bad here still. I've heard at least 2 grass fires get toned out since I've been up today. So people are still being stupid and burning. Well, you know, one of these days there's not going to be any grass left to burn. As many fires as we've had recently. Just saying. We'll just do a fast rotate there, Harmonic.
Right.
But yeah, it's still, they said 10 to 20, but gusting like 30, 40. Oh, quite a bit still. Yes. All right, start up here. We'll do the, where we just drive across the
Alright.
thing. I'll lift my plow every time. It's like, you know, plow on the road. Yeah. I want to do that. All right. Let's go. Let's do it, chat. No, this is a mod I'm running. It's called Guidance Steering, also known as GPS. It is available on the Mod Hub under Gameplay for PC only. Unfortunately, it's a PC only thing. Console does not get the good goods. Yeah. Most of this thing is overkill right there. Or sand. What are you talking about? What's up, bro? Jimmy's Pants, you're playing Walker on 19 and love it. It was a good map. I never had any complaints with it. It was just big farming, you know? Big farming. That's really pretty much all that map is. And there's nothing wrong with that. I have a great screenshot somewhere of, I think we had 8 combines, 9 combines, something like that. I think we had 9. It was a bunch, whatever it was. That was an awesome night. We had 8 or 9 combines and 3 auger wagons. It was the whole thing. I just filled my cup so full. Why did I do that to myself? Jeez.
So I just looked it up. The horsepower formula for the Ripper is 40 to 50 horsepower per shank.
Oh, wow. So I could pull like a 1 shank at the farm with the 995.
Right?
Which actually we thought about, because like I know somebody who has a single shank ripper. We've thought about getting it and like ripping our farm or their garden. I mean, that is, you have to implement lines for console. It would be, yeah. Also, what?
It depends a lot on your thickness of your shank and how deep you're going.
In soil conditions.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they're just saying the 40 to 50 horsepower per shank as a general.
Yeah, rule of thumb. Sandy, remember the Welker harvest? It was awesome. Did you know that I caught grief for selling the pink combine, chat? Did you all know that? Any chance we could try to run the toy track? What's the toy tractor?
The Zetter?
Are you talking about like one that came in the DLC? DLC, yeah. There you go.
You might be able to. You can lower the plow with it folded still.
Fields are really big. Wait, are you talking about? Wait, hang on. Were we talking farm sim or were we talking like? Because I mentioned my farm. Ambush Mom, I don't know if you know about my farm. I don't know if I've talked about my farm a lot in the time you've been here. Not sure. 17 or 19 where Nuke Welker stopped in. I believe that was 17 because it was right when the Welker farm map came out, right? It was like right after it came out. In 22. 22. Our fields are, I mean, these fields are not bad size. You know, we do have a huge field over here that doesn't need plowing right now, but yeah, I mean, we're getting there. We own a fair bit of land already. Kind of. Not really. We're getting there. We are getting there. Okay, yeah, 17. Bert says, I agree. I agree. I don't even call it, well, Rizo, I do call it a farm, but it's not like, I'm not a farmer, you know? Yeah, my dad owns 5 acres. How much did we get from the cotton? Million? Is that all we got was $1 million?
That sounds right.
$1,055,268 to be exact.
Yeah.
So, $1 million. The problem is we had a lot of expenses with that because we leased 3 of those harvesters. If we would have only leased like 2 of them, would have been better, but we're having fun. Seems low. We only did that one field though, Abbott.
I'd like to see what we'd get if we did all of our fields in cotton sometime.
We did that one field there, and then we had a couple of contracts we like kind of cheated with too. You want to see what we'd get with all of our fields in cotton?
Yeah.
Hey chat, is this when I say all right bet?
Yep.
Do we want to pick up some more fields then?
Well, we only have $800,000.
Rude.
That's pretty close to a cotton harvester.
True, but it's not. I would just lease. I guess we're planting cotton, chat. Bet. Black Cat's in full sun. Black Cat is officially here for it. Although actually we have soybeans and corn to sell.
Oh.
So we're gonna have quite a bit of money. So problem is they sell after cotton is planted.
Right.
So yeah, we'll just do what we have. Oh, if we would have made them all the way into close, oh my god.
We would have been rich.
Billionaires.
Map would have been broken.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was a fair amount of cotton, honestly. It really was. But, all good. Fire Shadow's ready for a nap now. You made it back to the couch with food and root beer. Well, welcome back to the couch. Take a nap, buddy. Rest up. Body needs it. You're putting up a hog barn soon. You're excited. Nice. GG's. GG's. That's awesome. You know, I'm not gonna throw him under the bus too much, but a little bit. Matt was talking earlier about like his neighbors are out like cleaning up yards and stuff, and he goes, "I should do that maybe tomorrow." And I was so close to typing in his chat, "No, you're not allowed. Set up your new PC." I was so close.
He said he might do it tomorrow, but he probably still wouldn't do it tomorrow.
Anyway, he's not here to defend himself, so, you know. Should do all the fields in sugar cane. All right, let me know when you can come harvest all that, okay? I'll be happy to...
You're self-hosting?
Yeah, I'm self-hosting.
I gotta go
No,
wash
like
my
when
beard.
you do it.
Philip up Joe, how you doing? Welcome in. It takes longer to make. Does it really take longer? I didn't know that, Kim. Interesting. Working on a double zombie spawner. Dude, that's going to be an XP machine, huh? Bigger spool? That's awesome, man. All good. All good, buddy. Bet you'll join the stream. No, San, you won't, because we will run GPS. So. Their game's fun in real life. Midnight swim, that's what you do in real life? Nice. That's awesome. Give me a test of that. I believe you. I believe you. I'm not doubting you. I just didn't know that. That's all. Pretty cool. Okay. Interesting. I didn't know that. So it would just take forever. It would take forever. That's kind of the problem with like any of the production stuff. If you have a lot of like volume, like say with the cotton, if we would have turned all that into fabric and then all that, that's like a year worth of, you know.
That's probably a little more than a year. Honestly.
Yeah, that would have taken forever. So having that sell like anything mod is kind of nice. You know, kind of nice.
I gotta see if I get my lawnmower started tomorrow.
What is this thing called? It is a lizard. Lizard 69 meter. Wait, 6/9 meter. I'm such a child. I'm such a child. Black Cat member shows up in the subsoiler category on the mod hub. In the game, it shows up under plows. Social, it's a whole thing. I'm thinking 1 week from tomorrow. Farmer Nick, you're talking about lawnmower?
Yep.
1 week from tomorrow, I think I'm going to fire up cut grass at the farm for the first time. Unless Dad does it tomorrow, but I'm not going to the farm tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, that 3 days of rain we just had really making everything green up.
Yeah.
And I'm not
It's
okay
already
with it.
green here.
But it's like cold here still.
Warm up.
So. Yeah.
So once it warms up, I think the grass will really take off.
Yeah. Yeah.
My neighbor's yard that was mostly brown yesterday is now fairly green.
Oh.
Yeah.
My one neighbor guy's cut his grass like 14 times already. And it's like, why?
And the grass at my house is already like 6 inches long.
Slacker.
Well, when I bought the house, no one lived in it for a year.
Oh,
prior.
you moved in after like mowing season, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
That's right.
I moved in when it was the leaf cleaning season.
Did you clean up loose?
Nope.
Well, I moved in and then 2 days later it snowed.
Ah. I see.
Yep.
Makes sense. Or something. Still have frost in the ground? Oh man. I could have cut grass at the farm last Sunday, but Dad has been trying to spray some like weeds, and I was like, well, if you're gonna spray, I'm just not gonna cut. And he's like, that's fine. So, plus we're supposed to be getting a new lawnmower and we don't have it yet. So I don't know if I really want to use the old laser. I mean, I will. I love that lawnmower, you know, my old X-Mark, but supposed to be getting a brand new machine. I'm kind of excited about it, to be honest. And then it's like, we need a sunshade, and we need headlights and a backlight. You know, we need all the things, you know. 69. Plugger has a huge plow already, actually. He's talked to me about it before. I forget how big it is. It might be 100. It's big. Thanks for that follow. Appreciate you welcoming in. How's it going? It's a big plow.
Just put a 25-inch light bar on the front and the back, and then you have plenty of light.
Well, so with a lawnmower or the zero turn, you know, shadows are a big thing.
True.
So some manufacturers, they put their lights underneath like where your feet go.
Yeah.
Well, you can't see like the edges of your deck, like your left and right edges.
Right.
And really, you don't need to see the right side. That's your discharge. Most lawnmowers, you don't really need to see that. But the left side is very nice to see if you had edge work to do when it's dark, you know?
Right.
So we actually put lights like up by the fuel tanks on our laser. And we had a light underneath the roll bar because that kind of shined, or up underneath our sunshade. That kind of shined down more in front of you because the lights on the side would give you shadows right in front of you. So we put another light kind of shining down and then another light on the back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just make it like a tractor cab. Put four lights all the way around it.
Does the new lawnmower have dual stick drive? That is going to haunt me forever, isn't it?
Yep.
Use the field creator mod. That doesn't count as a plow though, does it, Sam? Like the cultivator mod? The one that makes a cultivator into a plow? So I don't use G Portal. Big Al, what's going on? I use Very Games, and yes, you do have to pay monthly. Or you can buy it for 3 months or 6 months or a year at a time. Like our TeamSpeak server, I pay for a year at a time. You get a pretty good discount if you pay that like far in advance too. Just saying. If you use the... Okay, Sam, the one that we have doesn't count. The one we have doesn't count. So this isn't bad though. This is 9 meters. And we're cruising right along. This isn't bad at all, I don't think. We're going to be at an hour and have like 4 fields plowed. That's not bad. With the 2 of us, you know. Not bad at all. I don't think it's bad at all. Not about the journey, it's about the destination or something. Wait. Black Cat, yes, and that will count, but subsoilers are smaller than this, so what's the point, right? Right? Because we normally do plow with subsoilers, and they count anyway as plowing. So, King Richard, hello. Welcome in. King Richard, you're not you, but like your name made me laugh the other night, by the way. What Ghost said to your name the other day made me laugh. I plow by map. I don't even know what you're talking about, saying no. What? Oh, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Yeah, but sometimes I just played. Said it backwards on purpose. King Richard said hi in Ghost Stream the other day, and she goes, "Can I call you King Richard? Do you mind?" Y'all can't tell me that's not funny. Just saying. Because his name is literally... Okay, I'm done. All right. It made me laugh, okay? Just saying. Oh, goodness. Goodness me. Unless the destination is a pizza shop. Yuleberry. You've got a point. You've got a point, Yuleberry. Not gonna lie. Sam, are you okay today? Or like, you eat some shrooms or something? Kimmy, trucking went well last night. Didn't have, I only rolled once. I did roll once. I don't even know how I rolled, to be honest. It was like a little turn to the left at speed, and all of a sudden I went over. I don't know how, I don't know why. I should not have, to be honest. Yeah, I don't like that truck. I will tell you that much. I don't like that new International. I don't like it. I do not like it. I have not watched the Muppet movie, no, Stan. That is not something that's ever crossed my path as something I need to watch, you know? No. Kimmy, that sucks. That sucks. Oh yeah, Black Cat. Yeah, Black Cat came rolling up on me, yeah. I guess, well, hey, I saved you from rolling, Black Cat, because I slowed you down by rolling in front of you, right? Yeah, blame the truck, not the driver. Thank you, Oldberry.
I'm gonna have to remember that.
Yeah, this stupid truck. Oh, Chad, is this when I tell you the effing tractor story? Have you all heard that one?
I was talking like when something breaks in the truck I normally drive at work, I can just blame it on the truck, not me.
Yeah. Kimmy, every single time I load ATS, I'm like, wow, my steering wheel doesn't seem right. I have to unplug and plug back in my wheel every single time. I don't know why. And that's not very convenient to do with my setup. I have to raise my desk all the way up. I have to crawl underneath my desk to the back of the PC, and I unplug the USB hub that goes to the wheel setup and then plug it back in because I can't get to the USB hub on the back of the wheel setup because I have like a mounted USB hub back there for all the USBs. Can't do it. Chuck, hello. You want to hear the effing tractor story? It is always the truck's fault when it rolls. Absolutely. Never operator error. Do I have to go out of the game? I always do, Kimmy. I don't know if I have to. But like, if I, like last night, I went to load the game. The wheel was dead. Like the little light on the wheel was off. Close the game. Unplug. Plug in. Good to go. And it's like, why? Black Hat, you would have probably rolled there. Probably if you came through like a wrecking ball like I did. Fire Shadow doesn't mean you can blame it on the truck. Probably a culvert, right? Not the truck. Probably the culvert though, right? Fire. Just saying. Probably, yeah. Turbo speed. Turbo speed. Oh, yeah. I don't have to touch the G-Hub thing. No. No. I've tried to go into the G-Hub when it's like not responding and it just shows that it's not even plugged in. And it's like, why aren't we showing that we're not plugged in, you know? And it's every single time. It's like, it's so annoying. Like if I load ATS right now, we'll probably shut off. Hey, Fire Shadow, good point. All right, blame the truck. I have the G920, Kimmy. G920 with the shifter, A+B semi-shifter. Pedals, obviously. I run no pedals. Wait. That'd be really weird, wouldn't it? To run a wheel but no pedals? That'd be weird. Midnight Swim, I do not farm with a wheel. No, we're talking about ATS. We played ATS last night. Never had to bring up the G-Hub till a few months ago. Did the stream just do the jittery thing, chat? It just did a jitter, right? Dang it! I made some changes last night. I was hoping I fixed it. Things are running a lot better though. Like the video or the processors only run at 30%. Last night it was like 70% the whole stream.
Well, that's good.
Black Cat, how would what work? I'm confused. Oh, the wheel with no pedals? You'd have to have buttons for like accelerator, brake, and clutch. That's all. If you ran a shifter, which of course you would not have to. Yeah, you just have to have buttons. That would be really weird. But chat, the jitteriness is a lot better today on stream, right? Not compared to American Truck, but compared to Farm Sim yesterday. It's better today, right? Bart says yes. Okay. Bart, I know you were here yesterday. I just did it again. Dang it. Chat, it's like maybe after an hour? I don't. Oh, that was the game. The game jittered that time.
Yep.
That wasn't OBS. What's really weird is last night with ATS, I feel like it wasn't jittery, but it just wasn't running at enough frames.
Yeah, every time I looked over, it just seemed like it was missing a couple frames.
Like it was just kind of weird. Saying you don't even know what jitters we're talking about? Good. We'll just let it go then.
Do we own these guys, or did you lease them?
Oh, I bought them.
Oh.
I bought them. They are ours. Get the Insta-wash. Get cleaned up. We'll park these in the shed. Wait. If you lower this with it folded up, does it count as the full width or just the center?
I don't know.
This reminds me of the old boss plow. Remember that thing?
Yep, stand by for testing.
Oh, it doesn't do anything.
Oh.
And then you can't unfold it with it down. Interesting. It does plow in reverse too. Man, I should have done the whole field like this. That would have triggered people. Can you imagine? Oh my goodness. That would have triggered. There's the jitter. No, Stan, we're having, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why, but every once in a while, it's just like the stream jitters a little bit. ATS, that was a whole different thing last night, I think that had to do with having the big vertical monitor on. It's like this computer's couldn't handle it. I did change some stuff last night, so now the vertical monitor used to be plugged straight into the motherboard because I'm out of connections on that video card. But now it's plugged into the video card, and I don't know which monitor I unplugged and plugged into the video card last night, but things seem to be running better today, so I don't know. Do it in reverse and call. Money Games, what's going on? How are you doing today? Welcome in. You know, this just looks like an angry person. Farmer Nick, did you just plow in the...
No.
Who did that?
I think when we were doing the expansion of the other field we just made the other day.
Somebody set the thing down
think.
with
Yeah.
allow create field turned on still.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even park this. I got my hips are too big. I'm up tonight, my hips don't lie.
So my question is, do we just want to scratch the cotton for right now and do a soybean, so that way we could possibly get a bigger homestead?
No, I mean, we have soybean and corn and storage to sell, but it's just not the right time of year.
Right.
I'm cool with doing the cotton. I'm down.
Right.
Chat said do it, so therefore we have to.
All right.
Chat says
Deal.
it, you know, they rule the roost around here, you know.
They do. Do we also want to upgrade some cedars?
We can, yeah, let's get rid of 2 and buy 1. Because there's only, you know, 2 of us on here right now, so it wouldn't make sense to have 13 seaters, right?
Right.
I almost added the Borgos to this map today.
Oh boy.
They wouldn't plant cotton, but... Oh, don't forget we got a tiny bale to sell. I wonder why that glitched into the map.
Wonder how long it's been there.
Since we tiny
Oh,
baled.
wow.
That's been
I don't know, but,
forever.
like, without noticing it.
I don't know how we didn't notice it. To be completely honest with you.
There's probably something with the server. We probably just didn't see it.
It could be. Do we use any generators? No. Only when the power goes out at my house, I have to use a generator. You talk about like a generator for like money in the game? No. No, we don't do that. We're not about that life. Not about that life, chat. No. Dad owns 3 generators though, like IRL. So if we have issues, we can fire up and, you know, generate the house. But forage harvesters on sale for 60% off, Arminic.
I don't think we need it.
But it's 60% off, and we might be able to get it for $4,000.
Try it then.
Chat, I already know what you guys are going to say. You're going to say send it. I already know. Do it. There we go, Black. Black Cat is such a bad influence on me. You know that?
Yep.
That did not work.
Nope.
But we got a forage harvester for $258,000. So, like...
True.
That's not bad. Not what it could have been. But that's not bad. Just remember, chat, the glitch doesn't always work, you know?
And we're not actually on a server right now.
Oh, dang it, I forgot about that.
I did too.
That's why it didn't work. Gotta spend money, make money. Yeah, now I have to buy the BGA plant. That's why the glitch didn't work, because we're not on the server. God, I'm an idiot.
Hey, I didn't think about it either.
Such an idiot. Yeah, Bert, I know. But it was either this or I play Erlangrat for a 3rd day in a row. It was either self-host or play Erlangrat. So I chose the self-host, which Erlangrat would have been self-hosted too, but you know, just the way the cookie crumbled with the whole server issue that we're having. You know, they lost Kimmy's server, and now I can't find my server. You know, I think Kimmy stole my server, chat. That's what we're going with. Kimmy, shame. Why'd you steal my server? That was rude. That was rude. What's going on? Uh-oh. That officer's not responding. Oh, male subject with a gun. You were wondering. Time for a new hosting service. To be honest, this is like one of a small handful of problems I've ever had with Rare Games, and I've been using them since Farm Sim 15. So probably not gonna switch host like companies over this, but yeah. Wolf 6, it is going welcome in. Going well so far. We've done some plowing. We're gonna be planting cotton now. And you're chat. Kimmy's rude. She's not giving the server back, guys.
Come on, Kimmy. We learned in elementary school, sharing is caring.
Yeah. Whoa. Kimmy, I only need it on Fridays and Tuesdays. Can we have like shared custody?
Don't forget Saturdays.
I said Saturdays and Tuesdays, didn't I?
You said Friday and Tuesdays.
Oh, Saturdays and Tuesdays, Kimmy. That's all I needed on. Can we share custody? That's something we can do. She doesn't play. Why do you have a server if you don't play well with others? Kimmy. She must not care. Have I ever thought about hosting it from my streaming PC? Absolutely not. No. I'm hosting. No, I haven't. Tuesday, yes. Saturday, no. Well, chat, we got to change the schedule coming because you won't give me the server Saturdays. Yeah, talk to my lawyer, okay? I'll have my lawyer contact your people. All right, your lawyer and my lawyer will talk. All right, how about that? I'll see you in court, Kimmy. King Richard, you started watching Walking Dead because I was talking about it. Pretty good show. It is a good show, isn't it? It is.
Almost sold these guys and forgot to empty their seed.
Uh-oh. Kimmy says she's scared now, but somehow I don't think she actually is. I think Kimmy's bluffing, chat.
Right?
Is Carson's my lawyer? Sure.
Nice knowing you.
Yeah. I mean, you're just gonna have my house and my PCs and everything if Carson's my lawyer. You'll get everything. Oh, goodness. All right, chat. Cotton. We're doing it. We're doing cotton. Cotton everywhere. Oh, I almost started planting sugar beets. Oh, boy. Then bring it on. Oh, Kimmy. Kimmy. This is great. This is great. You're sure Carson saw Law and Order once? I bet he has never seen Law and Order. I bet he's never seen it.
He's kind of young for that.
Yeah. I bet he's never seen it. Although Sam's not like super... Dan, you're kind of young too, aren't you? Need the mug? King Richard, the mug will be on sale eventually. Yes, sir. Oh, Alex, I do play good with others. You're right. It's just a shame that others don't play good with me. Kimmy.
Hey, I play nice with you.
Yeah, sometimes. I feel like they give me a lot of grief sometimes, though.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
It's fun though.
Is it though?
And you know, I only do that to people I actually like and want to be around.
And it hurts you more than it hurts me, right?
Oh, definitely not.
They place Law and Order in subways. Black Cat, thank you. Black Cat, appreciate it. Isn't that the Law and Order song?
Kind of.
I mean, very poor rendition of it. Don't poke the bear. Hey, I have a great track record of having interactions with women online. Bert, come on, I have a great track record. What are you talking about? Kimmy, you should know. This whole thing's a joke, obviously, right? I think Kimmy has a great sense of humor and gets it, you know? Just saying.
She understands it makes great content.
Yeah, but I have a great track record of interactions with women. I've turned a new leaf, let's be honest, you know? I've turned a new page in that part of, you know? Used to not have a good track record. I feel like things are better now. Maybe I've just found like better. Oh, I'm not trying to trash anybody. I'm going to shut up now. Better women to hang out with online. Let's put it that way, Kay.
Boss, you're going to have to come sell these and stuff.
Boss. Oh, that's right. Oh, hey. Hang on. Forgot that you have no permissions to do anything. There you go. Your farm manager, now you can do it.
Right.
Stop talking, Chuck says. What do I mean by what, Sam? I don't know what you're talking about. You're not wrong there, you're not wrong there, Chuck, with the stop talking emote. Ugh. Goodness. We got a good group that, we got a good group that gets it right now. You know what I'm saying, chat? Like we can mess around and have fun, and everybody gets like, we're just having fun. That's it. People in the past couldn't have fun. That's for sure. If you know, you know. Sorry, chat. But Bert knows. Bert's been here long enough. He knows. Just saying. Bert knows. Yeah. Oh, goodness. It's one of those things. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'm sorry. Okay, I was like, why is that still showing need plowed over there? Come on, we plowed it. I know we did. Jeepers. Jeepers, man. Wait, what, Bert? Apart. Oh. I got it, Bert. Oh man. It's just crazy to think about. There's probably a lot of you that are just completely lost at what Bert's kind of hitting at there. It's crazy to think about how much drama, okay, is in my past. It's in my past. It's over. It's done with. Started because of a Minecraft server. And not with one person either. It was multiple people. And it was all because of Minecraft. And it's like, this is why I don't really play Minecraft anymore. Oh, goodness. Uh-oh. Kimmy's out. Uh-oh. Kimmy, don't be mad at me. We'll catch you later. Don't be mad at me. No biomass for crops. Nope. It was, yeah. And it's crazy though that it was Minecraft. I think it was mostly just the people, not so much Minecraft. That's really what it was. Better watch my back door. I can see it over here between the gap in my monitors. Why, Sam? You think somebody's about to come in with a knife or something? Yeah. Automod will kind of let you say more than Brian. Brian is very, very careful. Brian is very careful. Oh, because of Kimmy? I don't think Kimmy is going to come gag at me. Gag at me. I do live in Missouri, don't I? I don't like what you said on the internet about me, gag. That's a Missouri thing.
I feel like Kimmy's the type of person that if she was going to go get you, she wouldn't just do it uninspectedly.
Okay. I don't know. Brian is very British. He is very British. Yes, Big Al. Yes, he is. For sure. What does the number on the top icon on GPS mean? So what that actually is, let's see. Let's drive over to where it says 0. So if we drive over 10 passes here, that basically is a pass counter. Yeah, that's basically what it is. So we run saved courses. So our lines are saved so that when I load a north-south line with the auto width of this planter and Farmer Nick loads an auto width on a north-south line, it's the same north-south line that started at the same point, which means that's the wrong button. This button, which means right here, well, I can't see it if I get out. But it means right here on this white line, this is where Matt stood. Somewhere right here. And this is where he recorded the first line. And basically what I mean by that is he just came into GPS and he set a heading of probably, 0, because that would be north. And this is exactly the point where he started it from. So any passes to the east will be a negative number, and any passes to the west will be a positive number. That's what that basically is. That's just wherever Matt started the initial GPS save from. And you can put that anywhere on your map. Or if you start, say, a new GPS every time, you would, you could just put it like in a corner of your field and then be like, hey, that field took me 18 passes. Like, that's kind of cool. It doesn't really matter. It's just a number. But yeah. Makes sense. No problem. James, hello. How are you doing today? Welcome in, James. Hope you're having a great day. It is awesomely nice outside right now. At least it's sunny. I don't know about anything else, but it looks sunny. James, have you cut any grass yet this year? I know Mr. James cuts grass. Mr. James is like my neighbor too, chat, like IRL. Yes, you have? Nice. James is the one that showed up when I was shoveling my driveway and gave me a 6-pack of beer. Really confused me, not gonna lie. But it's all good. Nice guy. We had a good chat. Had a good chat. Oh, yeah. Pretty awesome. Pretty random, but pretty awesome. Nice guy. Definitely a nice guy. I left a skipper. Sam's gonna yell at me about that. Judge, what's going on? How are you? Welcome on in. Welcome on in.
I mean, anybody that brings you free beer is a nice guy.
Right? You and Jay, your master farmers on the server. Nice. Very nice. There, Stan. I want to leave a skipper. Stan will yell at me. You got your lights on? Big light guy? You got your high beams on too? The tractor
No.
high beams. I don't actually know if that one has them. That I'm not sure about.
It's got them.
Okay, because not everything does, fortunately. Can we start a northeast line on? Sand, you can start any degree line that you want. Do you need to install the staging branch also? Chuck, I don't think so. I don't think so. Are you gonna play Rust? I heard Ghost talking about it last night on our stream with you. I bought Rust because I was watching like Tim the Tap Man play it right back in the day. Awesome, Chuck. Whenever we play Rust, you're definitely more than welcome to come play with us if you want. Which I gotta talk to people about that. I kind of want to start it soon, but like it's up. I kind of want to get people on board before I just like say when I want to do it. It's not just about me. What was I gonna say? I bought Rust and I literally just went on because you can't play the game alone unless you get your own server. You have to be on a server. And I just clicked like a public one at the top of the list, basically, right? Just a completely random server. And I made it like maybe 20, 30 minutes in there. And I died like a billion times. And at the time, the game had a ton of popularity because Tim the Tap Man and maybe Nick Merckx, but like, I don't know if he was playing it, but Timmy and Cloxy and like a whole bunch of big streamers were playing it because there was a big update. And like, game was super popular. So I joined this random server with like hundreds of people in it. And within the first, 30 seconds, I got killed. Just beat to death by a rock, Didn't know what I was doing. And then the language started because there's proximity chat in that game, which of course you can turn off. But proximity chat was on. And there's people just yelling all kinds of inappropriate stuff. And there's a certain situation that I cannot even describe on stream because it just makes me like cringe. It's very racist. The situation that I observed. It's not a part of it. I observed it because they just like ran past me and they were yelling stuff at this person. That's all I can describe about it. I will not ever say anything more about it publicly. There are some people that I've told about it, but it's not something I talk about publicly, but it was awful. And so at that moment I was like, okay, either I'm going to get a refund on this game because I'm never playing on a public server again, or I'm going to set up my own server. And then I had Carson set up a server because like, public servers are so bad. Like, some of the stuff was funny, but when it got to the racist stuff, I was like, I can't, and I'm not gonna laugh at this. Like, it was awful what these 12-year-olds were saying to each other. And it's like, just how dare you, But the game's a ton of fun. The way we play PvE, we're not killing each other until like maybe the last night or whatever. Which that can be fun too, Repair my tractor for me, Nick. It's dead. It's dead. Oh yeah. We're talking about Rust. Talking about Rust a little bit. Crazy how bad proximity chats get. Yeah, it really is. Aaron, what's going on? How are you doing today? Welcome in. Oh, Black Hat, we'd love to have you. Love to have you. Sounds about your first Rust experience. Well, guys, I will say I don't know when, because like I said, I want to talk to at least a couple people and kind of plan some stuff out for Rust a little bit this time. A little bit. But Rust will make a return to the channel. And what I want to do with Rust this time, normally I'd play it when we get into a Rust server, I might play it Mondays and Friday nights. Maybe an occasional Wednesday night stream, whatever, right? But I'm playing every day off stream. I play constantly because when I get into a Rust server, I'm in a Rust server.
John gets down with it.
Do what?
You get down with it.
Oh, when I'm in, I'm in. That's all I do. I play Rust. My editing gets behind. My uploadings get behind. Everything gets behind. I play Rust. Okay. And I get way into it. Yeah, you like that? Carson, I'm assuming that's a Carson title. I don't actually know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if Carson did it or Sean did it. I think Carson did it, though. Sean did yesterday. I really liked yesterday's title. That was a good one.
That was a great title.
For American Truck last night. That was good. That was very well done by Sean.
Oh.
What?
I just saw Farm Dan's news.
Oh, yeah, I saw that today, too, yeah. But I will say with a Rust server, I don't know any of the back-end stuff like setting it up and whitelisting, and it's all very complicated. It's all very different from a farm sim or a Minecraft server. So Carson has to be here. And I know he's gonna disappear in April for a little bit. For 2 weeks.